ASMR video. Today we're continuing on with another trivia quiz. We're doing the second Sage Advice D&D 5e quiz. I've got some extra spearmint gum which I'm going to chew today. My hair is looking a mess because I've just had a shower, so yep, just deal with it, I'm afraid. I'm going to pop a couple of pieces in, we're going to kick off the video and just play the quiz. Alright, so let's get rocking. So, as mentioned last time, this is a D&D quiz. That can be found on Sage Advice, and focus on the 5e rules. Let's just jump straight into the quiz. So, the first question is, does the second benefit of crossbow expert feat help ranged spell attacks? I'm trying to remember what the second part of the crossbow expert feat is. So the crossbow expert feat is that you ignore the reload property on crossbows, and the reload property is basically that you can only attack with an item with that weapon once per turn, regardless of the amount of attacks you have. So if you're a fighter and have multiple attacks, you can only ever attack once with it, because it's a reload property. Like, it takes a while to reload the weapon. So that's one property. I'm actually going to check, but I think the other one, the other reload property, I think it's that. I think it doubles the distance, or it lets you increase the distance, at least. Now this isn't cheating the question, because the question isn't what does the thing do. The question is, does this thing benefit from the second feature? Second benefit. Alright. So the second benefit is you don't get disadvantage for attacking within 5 feet of a creature, which you normally do for ranged weapon attacks. So does the second benefit of the crossbow expert feat help ranged spell attacks? I.e., will a ranged spell attack no longer have disadvantage in 5 feet? So there are three answers to this. Yes. Only for the bullet/ammo enchanted with the spell, e.g. flame arrow spell. And 3, no, it's intended only for ranged weapons. Okay, so it seems like this answer would be pretty obvious, that it would be no, but I'm pretty sure it's actually 2. The first things first, it's not just yes, it's not straight up any spell attack. However, in 5e there are spells that when you cast them, you make a weapon attack. So things like Green Flame Blade or Booming Blade, you cast this is casting a spell, but as part of casting the spell you make an attack. And I'm pretty sure the Flame Arrow spell is the same. So it is a ranged weapon attack, but it's casting a spell, but with the weapon. So in that case, because it is a ranged weapon attack, I think it is 2. What? I'm honest. Because the crossbow expert feat means that any ranged attack rolls within 5 feet of an enemy don't impose disadvantage. Not just weapon attacks, but that would include ranged spell attacks as well. Weird. That is very, very strange. I don't know if that feels like that's not how it should be intended to be used, but there you go, as rules is written, that is how it works, so I was wrong. Hopefully that is not precedent for being wrong about every other question. So number 2. Does multiple instances of resistance that affect the same damage type become an immunity? Genasi Mountain Dwarf, I've never heard of them having anything like this. Okay, well, here we go. The answers are nope. No, except Earth Genasi or Mountain Dwarf. And Mountain Dwarf. And yes, they stack. Does multiple instances of resistance that affect the same damage type become an immunity? The answer is no, they don't stack. They don't become immunity, they don't stack. One instance. Yeah. I thought I was going to get caught off guard there, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing that has that. Any like special ability to do that. Alright, moving on to question number 3. So, question 3 is the dueling fighting style intended to support a shield? Only Battlemaster with sword and shield maneuver? Only with a buckler shield? And yes. I think there is no buckler shield, so that's not the answer. Only Battlemaster with sword and shield maneuver. I don't feel like I remember a sword and shield maneuver. In all fairness, there are a lot of maneuvers. I don't remember that one. Now, if I remember what the dueling fighting style is, it's you get a +2 to. I don't know if it's attack rolls. I'd need to check. But damage rolls from a weapon that is being held in one hand and you don't have another weapon, so you don't need a free hand. But I don't think you need a free hand. I think it is you can only be wielding a weapon in one hand. So I'm going to go with yes. There we go. That's the right answer. Thank you goodness. Question number 4. Here we are. Is it possible to replace a known cantrip? Yes, when you reach a new level. Only a wizard can replace a known cantrip. Or no? Well, here's the thing. I'm not sure when this was written, but in the Tasha's optional rules, there are new rules for a lot of spellcasters that allow them to, when they level up, change their cantrips, or replace one cantrip with another one. So the answer is, I'm pretty sure it's just no. It's going to be no. I don't think it is when you reach a new level you can just change one out. I don't know how they would have defined it in it. It depends how old this is. So I'm going to go with no, but I don't know if that's going to be the right answer. Okay, it is. So that is actually not strictly true anymore, because of the optional rules in Tasha's, which means that probably it is still going to be the right answer, but you might see GMs using that. But there you go. Question 5. Can shocking grasp spell be used with 2-weapon fighting? Can shocking grasp be used with 2-weapon fighting? most adventurous guide can make multiple spell attacks. This must have been written before dashes, for sure. So the answer with two-weapon fighting is two-weapon fighting rule is that one hand you use make an attack. You have to be wielding two light weapons. Make one attack with one and then a bonus action with the other. But you have to have made an attack with that weapon. So the answer. Shotgun crash being two-weapon fighting. I think the answer is going to be the top one. I don't know about the dual wielder feat, if that would allow you to use a cantrip. I don't think I've seen that. But when you cast a spell, you are casting a spell. You can only replace an attack. So I'm going to go with the first one. No, but that could be wrong. It is right. My gut was right. Question number 6 now. Which is, can you stow a weapon as part of a move and then draw another? Only with two-weapon fighting feat. Sure, with a bonus action. No, you get one free interaction with an object during either your move or your action. During either your move or your action. Okay, I think it's gotta be one. I think I remember there being a feat where it's like, oh, you can draw more than one. Can you stow a weapon as part of a move and then draw another? I'll be honest, none of these answers seem right. I'm going to go with the last one with it only being an interaction, but I don't agree with the definition. Yeah, I don't get what the definition is. That is, you get one free interaction on your turn. That's it. It's not during either your move or your action. So none of that is completely. That's not worded right. But there are some spelling and grammatical errors quite prevalent in this quiz, so it could just be that the answers aren't written very well. But there we go. Question 7. Can you use extra attack to grapple, or does grapple replace your entire action? Okay, this is a hotly debated topic. Only with the grappler feat you can replace multiple attacks with grapple. Grapple replaces one of your multiple attacks. Grapple is a special action that replaces the extra attack action. So, to the best of my knowledge, as I said in the last video, grapple is a type of attack that can replace the attack that can replace one of the attacks in the attack action. So I'm going to say it's going to replace one of the multiple attacks. Grappler feat is something different. Yeah. There we go. I was about to say we're swifting. That doesn't really make much sense. We're swooping through these questions now. So that is going to bring us to question 8, which is, can spells be cast using a higher spell slot than their original spell level? Any spell can be cast with a spell slot of its level or higher. Yes, but only with one level higher. No, only Warlock can cast with an Eldritch Invocation. The last one doesn't make any sense because an Eldritch Invocation is nothing to do with spells. But that's obviously intentional. The answer is number 1. You can cast a spell with a slot of the level or higher. And in many cases, when you do that, you actually create a spell that's more powerful. Only 2 more questions left. question 9 is a wild-shaped druid immune to charm person and old person? Ooh, that is a very interesting question. That is really interesting. Because, here's the thing. You wild shape and become a beast, which is a different. So basically, charm person and old person only affect humanoids. If you're not a humanoid, it doesn't affect you. A druid has an ability called wild shape that lets them change their form into a beast, which is a different kind of creature type. Or they're mental. Statistics stay the same: wisdom, intelligence, and charisma. Do they become a beast? It all depends on whether the wild shape counts as changing your creature type. I would say it does. It changes you to a beast, so I'm gonna say yes. The circle of land druid is immune to enchantment spells. But that wouldn't have any impact. I'm gonna go yes. There we go. That is an interesting one. That one would stump me if that had come up in a game. I'd go, okay, I'm gonna have to make a call here. And luckily it seems I would have made the right one. And finally, the last question. If you have Spell Sniper and use Sorcerer Meta Magic Distance Spell, is the range quadrupled? Yes. No, these two features don't stack. Yes, but you must spend two sorcery points. Well, you would have to spend sorcery points anyway for Distance Spell. Sorcerer Meta Magic Distance Spell. So, effectively, both of these abilities, I don't know if it's exactly double, but basically double the range. Right, is a good question. So, I have a feeling that the rules as written will say no, they do not stack. I would need to check the writing of it, but it is the kind of thing that I would go. I'd probably allow it. I don't think anyone really ever uses these two together, because like, the game never really has you in a situation where you're going to be sniping enemies, but I would be inclined to allow it, but I think it's going to be no, so let's find out. Interesting. Well, there we go, it does work, and I would have let them do it, so at least the answer I got wrong there is something that I would have done. There we go. So 8 out of 10 today. What was the other one? It was the first one, wasn't it? Yeah. Because of the semantics. I don't know if that's what it's intended to be. Seems kind of like the wrong wording to call it crossbow expert, and then any ranged attack gets that. But you know, I wouldn't change that if someone had taken the crossbow feat for that purpose. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed this quiz. I do enjoy doing the little quizzes. I think they're fun. If you have any quiz suggestions, drop them in the chat. Because it's a chat. I've been watching too much Twitch. Drop them in the comments, and I'll maybe do a quiz about it or something. Generally, I'll only do quizzes about things I enjoy, because what's the point? But yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, and it would be pretty cool if you subscribed, press the bell icon, all that fun stuff that people always say, and I'll see you in whatever video comes next. check out what's coming up on the screen now, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.